Hello and welcome to Chuck's Diecast Car and Model Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at this particular model. This is the Ferrari 312 T2 as driven by Niki Lauda in the 1976 Formula One season. This is a pretty famous car, being that this is the car that Lauda drove in that 76 season, the one where he nearly died in a crash at the Nürburgring. Was involved in that great season-long battle with James Hunt, which in the end was won by Mr. Hunt. But again, this is just a neat little model. I really like this car. I've actually seen this car in person, and I just think it's a beautiful car. I like, back in the 70s, how cars were designed more on intuition than actual understanding of aerodynamics. It really wasn't until later on in the 70s where they started understanding the aerodynamics of cars a little bit more, which led to the ground effects era of the late 70s and early 80s. But I do like this car a lot. By the way, the first thing you may notice when you take a look at this car, if you were to see it in person, is just how small it is in comparison to a modern Formula One car. I'm just going to put Kimi Räikkönen's McLaren from, well, this would have been from over 10 years ago next to this car, and you'll see just how much smaller this car is than the Räikkönen car. And of course, modern Formula One cars are even larger and longer than Kimi's car here. But it's just kind of an interesting comparison. These old cars may have been, relatively less powered. This car had about, close to 500 horsepower, but it also weighed about 400 or more pounds less than a modern Formula One car does. And as I said, as you see, they are also much smaller. So I would imagine that driving one of these cars, at least for the driver, probably would have been a lot more fun than driving a modern Formula One car, honestly, because they're just so nimble and light. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the model itself here, okay? First of all, the detail on this model is very nice. The decals and the sponsor decals on the side here are just really sharp. It looks really good. You can see there the radiator duct there, and another one there as well. I presume the one in the front is probably maybe an oil cooler. And then this one is an actual radiator. You can see here the fact that the sponsor there is Heuer and not Tag Heuer, because this is before it was bought out. You can see here the detail on the front wing, which is bare aluminum in the actual car, and that's a very nice representation of that with this model. You can see the brake ducting. Of course, the front suspension looks very good. And so that all looks very, very nice. Now, taking a look at the cockpit, this is actually quite nice as well. You'll see there the detailing there on the dash, which of course modern cars don't have. The steering wheel looks really good. And there's the wooden shift knob there to the right as well, which of course modern cars don't have either. You can see here that the seat belts are fabric with metal buckles. So again, that is very, very good. I really do like the detail in here. Taking a look here at the back, not much to see here. Other than you can see. Let me bring it in focus. There you go. That it has inboard disc brakes in the back. And also the gold things on to the outside of the disc brakes are the cooling ducts for the brake discs. You can see the suspension there, the wheel uprights, the exhaust, all that sort of stuff. So that's all nicely done there. It really is pretty impressive. And of course, taking a look underneath there, you'll see the 3-liter flat 12 motor in there, so that looks very good there too. And then really there's not much else to see down under here except for the Hot Wheels badging and so on and so forth. So, and also it's kind of neat to see the fact that the wing is sort of mounted above the nose there, as you can see. I think that's a pretty neat feature there too. But as it is, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.